Hi, this is Carrie Rhoades with CarrieStamps.com, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach. Today I have a fun Christmas ornament project to share with you. I call it the Scallop Circle Star. Here's the project I'm going to demo for you, using scallop circles to make an ornament. Isn't that pretty? And then let me show you the one that I did with gold and the deer in the center. Let's see if we can get it a little brighter. There we go. So they're just really cute and fun and not too hard to make. So let me show you how to make these fun ornaments. All right, let's take another look at the ornaments. The Scallop Circle Star Ornament. This is the one I'm going to be demonstrating for you. And I also made one that uses just a little bit different paper and some gold accents, the gold tinsel and the reindeer dies, the dashing deer die. It's one of our Hostess exclusive dies, which means you can get it through the end of December as your one of your free items when you have a $150 or more order. So that's what he is. And I did glue 3 of them together to make it a little stronger, so he's not so bendy in these little delicate parts. Added a little bell and a tag, and really cute. Some white acrylic paint and gold silk on there. All right, so to do this project, you're going to want to punch out some scallop circles. I'm using a 2-inch scallop circle, and I thought I would just take an opportunity to explain this punch system to you. We sell cartridges and then a punch handle. You can see that this cartridge has a flower right here. The handle also has a flower. So when you have one handle, you never need to buy another one. You can always take the cartridges out and slide them on. So you're going to match up this flower on the same side of the flower that's on the handle. And you're just going to slide that on. And to remove it, you press the release button. So that's how that works. And then I'm going to take some designer paper. This is from the Christmas Cheer pack. And I love this black and white leaf pattern. To make the entire ornament, you're going to need to punch out 20 of these scallop circles. So I've already done that. And then what you want to do is take 5 and set them aside. And then the other 15 you're going to fold in half. And whichever side of your paper that you want to show on your ornament, you want that to be on the inside of the fold. And then the side you don't want to show will be on the outside. So once you have 15 of them folded in half and 5 set aside, you're ready to start gluing. So you're going to glue 3 together. You're going to put glue on one side of your fold, and then you'll take another folded piece and glue them together. Now, when I fold my scallop circles, I made sure that I was folding in between 2 scallops. I was never folding one of the scallops in half, so take note of that. And make sure that that's the way you're folding it so that these go together nicely. All right, so now we're just gluing 3 of them together. And I find that glue works the best for this. I know everybody has their favorite adhesive, so you could use the one that works best for you. Then when you open it, you kind of have this fanned out scallop circle, right? Kind of a 3D shape. To finish it off, we're going to take one of those scallop circles that we did not fold in half, and we're going to glue it. And this time we want to make sure that the side that we like is showing. So the same side I have showing here, I'm going to now have that be showing on the bottom. And this should mostly line up with what you've got going on here. So just try and line up those scallops like so. Okay, so now we'll repeat this. Remember, we have 15 of these folded in half circles. So each time you're going to glue 3 together and then glue them onto a base. And they should line up really easy because we folded these in half in between a scallop. So they should line up and be really easy to get squared up because we folded them all the same. Then once that's glued, we flip it over and we glue on the base. And that's one of the scallop circles that we set aside and did not fold in half. And we're having our favorite side show here, lining up those scallops. Pretty easy. Okay, so when all is said and done, you should have 5 pieces that look just like that. Okay, now to make this into our star shape, we're going to have a cardstock circle that is about 3 inches. You could do this with chipboard. I could also cover this with the same paper if I wanted it to be matching. And I'm going to lay these circles on here in kind of a star-like pattern. So I'm going to take my hot glue, because I want this to last a long time. I'm going to take my first circle and I'm going to make this one like the point. So it's going on to my 3-inch circle only halfway. Maybe this is a little less than half, but it's not all the way on there, you can see. Okay, about half or less than halfway down. And then you're going to want to lay these so they're in a point, or they make like a star shape. Okay, so I just kind of like to lay it out and get a feel for it. You will be overlapping the scallops on the side, but you see here, you can see that there's like a star shape. That's what we want. All right, so I'm just going to scoot these out and again apply some glue. And this one will overlap the one I already laid down. And I'm going to do this side. And remember, it's about halfway on the circle and about halfway off. And then we'll finish up with the last 2. And you will notice that we're going to have an opening in the middle. That's okay. We're going to use that for our little accents. All right, there we have our star shape. The next thing we're going to do is add some sparkle to this. Before I add anything else, I'm going to lay this inside my box I like to use to catch all my splatter. I'm going to take some sparkle silk. Anytime you use a silk, you want to make sure that you shake it up and get that shimmer mixed in with the liquid. Mine's getting very low, but I do happen to have a spare bottle. And I'm just going to make sure that my brush tip is loaded. I'm not going to brush it off on the side when I take it out of the bottle. And then just tap on some shimmer. I'm going to turn my box a little so I can kind of get this from another angle. And just add as much as you like. If you feel like I'm not quite getting it where I want, feel free to just dab your brush down and get some shimmer in that missing spot. This shouldn't take too long to dry, but now we have some spots that have that pretty little shimmer. Next thing we're going to do is use some silver tinsel. Just comes on a roll like this, and I've cut 5 pieces that are about 5 inches long. And I'm going to start gluing them in between these scallops. So just put a little circle of hot glue. I'm going to fold the tinsel in half and press that fold into the glue. It's really lightweight, so it doesn't take too much effort to get it there. If you have a really hot glue gun, like mine's a low temp because I use it with kids sometimes, then you might want something to push down because that hot glue can come up in between the tinsel. So think about that if that's the case for you. You could also use some ribbon here, or some lace or tulle would be really pretty. And just fill in those spots like that. Okay, so now we've got some more interest and dimension and sparkle going on. Now we need to dress up this center, and I'm going to make a little base so that I can glue some things in there. So what I have here is a strip of cardstock that is 1/2 inch wide and 2.5 inches long, and I've scored it every 1/2 inch. And that way I can fold this and create a little square. So I'm going to use some hot glue. You could use really any glue just to put this together and create that little square. Once I have that square done, I can hot glue it to the center here. And now I've got a base that I can attach my things to. There we go. Press it down and make it flat as you can. All right, so I want to now decide which one of these points is going to be the top of my ornament. I think I like that one, and that's where I need to punch a hole. So whatever you have to punch a hole, you're going to open this up, that scallop, and punch a hole there. You can see, oh, mine deposited some cardstock that was in there from before. So like that. Then you have a spot to put your thread to hang it. Okay, so now I have die cut some snowflakes using the Snow Blooms die set. This has 3 different size snowflakes in it. I did the largest snowflake with cranberry, my string's tangled there, cranberry bliss cardstock. I did the medium snowflake in black to put in the center, and it fell into my glue jar. There it is. That. So I want to add some sparkle silk to both of these before I put them on. So I'm going to bring that back in and repeat just like I did before. You can see here, I didn't worry about poking out the little centers of my snowflake because I'm just going to glue it on. So I'm going to add some hot glue right to that center piece that I created, and I can easily glue on my snowflake from there. And I'm going to add it here, another bit of hot glue for my second snowflake. And then I'm going to add my sentiment. I just have a 1/2 inch strip of white or whipped cream cardstock, and the sentiment I'm using is from the Sparkle Trim stamp set. I'm going to use this Merry Christmas right here. I love this set. I've used it for lots of times for Christmas cards this year. And I'm going to ink my stamp up with black licorice ink, and my saying should fit right on there. There we go. I'm going to trim the ends off at an angle. That, and then I'm going to add my hot glue's about out. I'll add some to the center of my snowflake and press this down. The last thing we need to do is, well, first I like to get off my hot glue gun strings if you have them. Then I'm going to add some licorice twist twine so that this can easily be hung up. And to tie it off, I just match up the ends, wrap them around my finger, tuck the ends through the hole, and pull it tight. And there you have it. A really pretty Christmas ornament, and it's pretty sturdy. And here you can see the back. So if you wanted, you could die cut another piece of this paper in a 3-inch circle and put it over the back so it all matched. Or this is a good spot to write a little message if you wanted to. You could do that. There you have it. And let me show you again the reindeer one that I made. You could, make this with any kind of paper and dress up the center how you want. They're just really fun to make. So I encourage you to give it a try. Make a fun Christmas ornament project, and it'll be fun to do with your kids too. You can find links below to all the items that I use to make these projects. If you have any questions, let me know, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of my cute creations. Thanks so much and happy stamping. Bye-bye.